All right, everyone. Welcome back to the Boys Chat. You got Tanner and Darren here with you today. Gonna excuse the other boys. I got caught up in some stuff. Anyways, real quick, before we get into today's episode, I have got an announcement. This is a very important announcement. Lacrosse is in the 2028 LA Olympic Games.
Let's go!
It's about time. Last time they were in the Olympic Games, it was the early 1900s. It was 1904 and 1908, I think, Summer Games. So it's been a long time coming. We're finally back. As along with baseball, softball, squash, cricket. I think that's it. I can't remember if there was another one or not, but I think it's those
Is
five.
skateboarding?
That's been in it for. It was in it last time. I think that was the
Okay.
first time, and then breakdancing I think is in it as well this time, or this upcoming one for 2028. Those five, and then yeah, so that'd be cool. That'd be cool to go see down in LA. It's
That's
only
sweet.
6 hours from here.
Not bad.
Cool to see. I'm gonna call it right now. Let's see. USA takes gold. Canada takes silver. And then if the Iroquois Nation, I think they're called something else. It starts with an H. I cannot pronounce it for the life of me, though. If the Native Americans, if they are able to get in it, then they will take probably bronze, I'd say, after this last World's Championship.
Yo, Japan was balling out, though, in that World Cup.
Yeah.
And then what else is there? There's like Jamaica. How many other countries do you think are even going to compete? Many of them?
I saw something that it was like, I think lacrosse is played in 80 countries or something like that.
Huh?
Canada or England will play, I bet. I'd imagine. Does Ireland and Scotland have a team? I want to say they have teams. I'd say they play. New Zealand's probably going to play. Australia's going to play. Probably some more countries in Europe are going to play. I don't think Russia or China or many Asian countries know what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Same with South American countries. I'm not sure how many of them play, but it seems to be like a European, like North American sport. So
yeah,
but there's enough to get it in the Olympics. So that's cool.
Awesome.
Yeah. Anyway, just a little highlight that came out just a few days ago from this recording. Anyways, wonderful news right there. All right, let's get into today's topic. And today is this or that. This is going to be very, very similar to a would you rather, but I guess they're technically different, but I don't know how, but they are. So I got a list. We've got a few different categories that we might hit on, but this one's kind of just basic would you rather questions. We'll hit a few of these before we decide to switch topics here, or switch styles, I guess.
Yeah, categories.
Themes or categories.
Yeah.
All right. Excuse me. All right. Work vacation or work-free holiday?
What's a work vacation?
Probably like a retreat, I'd assume, where it's work pays for it. You go with work and you go on vacation, but you work while you're on vacation.
Okay.
So I'd take work-free holiday. I don't even care, bro.
Yeah, just get away, get out.
I'll pay for it myself. I don't even care.
Yeah.
All right.
I think I'm on the same boat.
Excuse me. Okay. Beachside resort or hillside cottage?
Cottage. How about you?
See, I'm on the fence. I think it would depend on where, but probably more often than not, hillside cottage.
Okay.
Be nice to get out and away from everything.
Yeah. We just went to San Diego this past weekend. Kara does not like the ocean and doesn't really like sand. Yeah.
Really?
So it was the first time she had been to California was with us, and then in Mexico for a honeymoon was the first time she had ever been in the ocean, waist deep minimum.
Right.
So zero experience with it and just didn't love it. She got thrashed by some waves, and so she was like, "Nah, I'm mountains," and I was like, "All right, I'm down to snowboard.
Yeah. That makes sense. That makes sense. I think the beach is nice if you go to the right place, you know,
Yeah.
like
Uh-huh.
Cancun or something, you know? That'd be
Yeah.
nice.
Also being raised with it, like we know how to handle the beach and how to like
Hmm.
keep yourself out of the sand if you want to be.
Right. Right. So that, and I think we're big enough to where the undertow and the scariness of the ocean isn't as scary as
Yeah.
like for someone smaller like Kara. So
Yeah.
that makes sense. All right. TV series or movies? Mm. I'm gonna take movies. I'm gonna take movies on this one.
Like movie series?
Just movies in general. I
Yeah,
think it's
probably
it's
movies.
TV series or movies. Doesn't
I
have to
think
be connected at all, but just kind of separate.
yeah. I think you're gonna enjoy more movies than you are gonna enjoy TV series, you know?
Hmm.
But if you get into a good TV show,
True.
then it gives you
True.
a lot longer entertainment. But I still probably go movies. Less commitment.
Hmm. Yeah. So, all right. Let's see. Take out or dine out. Oh, okay. So I think this is the difference of like going and picking up food and taking it home, or
Uh-huh.
staying at the restaurant and eating there. I'm more of a
Are we
takeout guy.
asking? Yeah. We asking my wallet?
We asking my wife, she'll say dine out.
Yeah.
I
Dine out
think.
is like fun, but like,
Hmm.
yeah, takeout is just more casual, and that's nice.
Hmm. Hmm. Then it's like you can eat in the comfort of your home,
Uh huh.
right? Whereas dine out is fun for like anniversaries, big events, and stuff like that. And it's like, ooh, I'm getting waited on. But when you're waiting for the waiter, does it make you the waiter? Oh, look at us go. Um, that and it's usually more expensive. So I'm
Yeah.
already with that one. All
Yeah.
right.
No, and like with the takeout, like I don't know, Karen and I, we got that like coffee table that like opens
Hmm.
up. We got it set up so like it opens as a table for us sitting at the couch,
Yeah, that's
and
how we
then you
that,
can
that same way.
perfect. Well, yeah. So then like you
Hmm.
can turn on your show, and it doesn't mean you can't like chat with each other. So
Hmm.
like it doesn't completely kill conversation, but also you've already talked about each other's day and you live with each other, so like you kind of run out of conversation topics faster. So it just gives you that entertainment,
Hmm.
which is nice.
Yeah, I concur. All right. Trivia night or board game night?
Board games,
Yeah, I'm taking board games because you can have trivia board games. Look at that.
true. I would have guessed you would go trivia, honestly, being the random
Well,
fact master.
yeah. Well, I think what this is meaning is like a trivia night is you go out to like a restaurant or some venue and it's like you have your teams and it's, oh, I know the answer, sir.
Okay, yeah, yeah,
So nah, I'd rather stay in and do that. But
yeah. I got
board
you.
games for sure. All right, board games or card games?
Card games.
Mm.
How about you?
So that's a tough one. I think I play more card games, but I'd probably go card games. But every now and then, it's like when you want to play a board game, a card game just ain't gonna do it, you know?
Hmm. Yeah,
So,
yeah. And like board games for me, it's like usually there's just so many like niche rules. Like every board
mm,
game's different, so you have to learn a whole new game. But with card games, it's like, oh yeah, so this
same
game's
idea
kind of
though
like
with
this
card
game.
games. Yeah.
Yeah, I
I
don't
mean,
know.
you could
There's
say that same.
similarities
You
in
could
like
say that
every
same thing
game.
with board games, though. Yeah,
Yeah,
because it's like, there's a million different versions of Monopoly, and it's pretty much the same rules. They might have, a little twist because it's a whatever theme it is, but
uh-huh.
I think
Yeah,
card games are just easier for the most part. Card games are quick, and board games, on average, I think take a longer time commitment. Unless you're like card games, hand and foot or pinochle take a long time, just off the top of my head. But it's like Go Fish. Rummy, Hearts, all these other small card games. They take 2 seconds. Did I lose you?
Even like Hearts and Uno and whatever
Yeah,
else.
there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry, I
but
lost
then
you
like
for a minute.
no, you're good. But then like you get board games, and it's like Monopoly could take. You're playing for at least 45 minutes, and then you get other board game. Sorry,
Yeah, and like
can
on
be
top of
quick,
that,
but at the
there's
same
like
time, mm,
yeah, there's
the
just like the
setup time
setup
taken
time.
for the most part. It's it's a bigger time commitment.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, let's move on. Hot weather or cold weather?
Cold. Every
Cold
day
weather
of
for
the
sure.
week, cold.
Mm-hmm.
You can always
Yeah.
put on
Now,
more clothes. You can only get so naked.
yep, true. And more often than not, your AC is going to break down probably more often than your heater is.
True. A little
So,
HVAC tip for you.
because in the dead of summer, and you're like, oh, I don't want to run my AC, it's broken. You can open the doors, and then the inside of the house gets just as hot as the outside. So, you can always build a fire. There's always things that burn.
Yeah.
Stay warm. Granted, I would want to choose in the middle on the colder side, but you know.
Yeah.
All right. Audiobook versus ebook. And I'm assuming ebook is just a book that you have to read on your phone.
Yeah.
I'm taking audiobook.
Probably. Yeah, probably audio. There's
Mm-hmm.
like, I don't know. I feel like actually going and reading like requires more brain power, and so it's
Mm-hmm.
nice. Like you feel like I don't even know what I'm trying to say, but like better about yourself, basically. Like you're trying to become better, but also you're getting a lot of the. If you're doing like a self help book, you're also learning good things, and it doesn't matter if
Yeah.
it's audio. So I think it's more realistic for me to go audio.
Yeah. Lost you there for a little bit. I'm hoping that the recording got you, but I didn't hear a thing you said.
Go
All right. All right. Let's hit a
audio
couple.
book for me.
Audiobook, yeah. All right, let's hit a couple more before we move on to a different theme here. All right, be 5'2" like yourself, or be 6'9".
That's 6'9" or what?
So would you rather be 5'2" like you already are, or would you rather be 6'9"?
6'9".
Just for the meme,
Oh, shut.
or do you not like being short?
I mean, there's definitely perks about being short, but
Like,
I feel like you look at the perks of being tall, and then there's not that many downsides, you know? Like, yeah, you don't travel as comfortably. Like, I fit more comfortably on an airplane than you do, which is
true.
nice. But,
Shopping though, shopping for clothes and shoes, being on the taller end of people and
uh-huh.
having bigger feet, it's harder for me to buy shoes, right? I have to almost pre-order everything because chances of a store having my size is slimmer because most stores don't have a size 13 or 14 shoe, or at least
Yeah,
when they do get it, someone buys it and they're not like rushing to restock like a smaller like 8 through 12 size because those are a little more common,
yeah.
right?
Like, I find
So,
a 10 shoe size all the time, but also almost every set of pants I buy has to get hemmed because my legs are too short.
mm,
So there's
right.
two ends to that.
True. True. Oh, I I mean I agree. I'd rather be 6'9" rather than 5'2", just because it's like 5'2", it's like you're real short, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, I got a cousin that's like 5'2". It's
Mm,
tough.
yeah,
And
that's
he's a
like
dude. Like,
you're.
for girls, it's like that's a thing, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
But tough.
I concur. All right. This one I'm gonna split this into a two-parter for yourself and what you find attractive. All right.
Okay.
Long hair or short hair?
Like, what do I personally enjoy?
Yeah. So we'll start with like on yourself. Do you
Uh huh.
prefer to have longer hair or shorter hair?
I mean, I usually end up growing mine out just because I don't like haircuts, you know?
Hmm.
It's honestly nothing against short hair. Right now, it's like, it's decently long. See if I can
Right.
even get it straight. But, it, it's starting to get like too heavy and a little unmanageable, you know?
Hmm.
And it's like, if it doesn't want to sit where I want to put it, and it's like too heavy and wants to just fall to the sides and lay flat, then that's too long just because it doesn't look
Hmm.
as good.
Right.
What about for you?
I'm in the same boat. Growing up, my parents never let me have long hair, right? And they always said, like, once you start paying for your own haircuts, you can have whatever haircut you want. So when they were
Uh huh.
paying for it, I'm like, all right, buzz the sides, trim the top short, and then got older and started to let it grow out a little bit. And I like a little bit longer hair, but same as you, it's like once it gets too long and it's just more of a hassle to manage it, then I'm like, okay, let's get rid of this. And the part that always gets me is right on the back when it starts to curl. I'm
Uh
gonna
huh.
fight through just like not wanting to take scissors to it because it always bothers me and but Cam wants me to grow my hair out a little bit longer. Like how long I had my hair when we first started doing the podcast, where I had like a nice, flow coming out the back and long.
Yeah.
Yeah, she likes that. And I didn't mind that, but it got to a point like when it was getting warmer, I was like, I gotta get this gone.
Yeah.
Like just buzz it. Let's go. So,
See, I wish I had like a little more flow or like wave to my hair, you know? Because like it's
mhm,
just so straight. Like if mine curled or
right.
anything, I just feel like it would style itself.
Hmm.
But yeah, I've like thought about doing a perm, but just like get it as loose as I can, so it's just like surfer
Do
waves, you
like a beach wave, yeah.
know? Yeah, yeah, exactly. I don't even know if that's doable, but that's my
Hmm.
mentality.
If you've never done it before, that's kind of how I was gonna say. Because remember when I did mine in high school,
Uh
the
huh.
first time I did it, they didn't sit because I'd never had anything like that done to my hair, and so the
Okay.
chemicals, the hair didn't hold them as well.
Uh huh.
Um, and then the second time I did it, they were a lot tighter, and it was
It
more
was
like,
way
oh,
tighter.
yeah, he got a perm. Whereas the first time it
Yeah.
was kind of just more wavy. So,
Okay.
but then
Right
again,
on.
it could have been because the lady I went to, I mean, she was awesome with it, but I don't think she had done too many because she had to buy stuff for it. So it's not like she doesn't do it that often as
Okay.
far as like general like coloring, cutting, but typical haircut stuff. It
Yeah.
was more of a like, oh, let's do it. It's so exciting, like, oh, I've got to get this stuff for it. I'm like, cool, like, let's do it.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
all
And
right,
what
now let's
about for
flip
what you
it.
find attractive? Yeah.
Yeah, where are you going?
I think I like longer hair.
Hmm.
Like it doesn't have to be like down to your knees long, you know?
Hmm.
But yeah, a little bit longer, like mid back.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I like long hair.
Okay.
So, and now, my wife went and chopped her hair. She's got short hair now, and I told her, I'm like, you're gonna regret it. You're gonna regret it. And she was always like, oh, are you gonna like it? I'm like, I prefer long hair. I'm not saying that she doesn't look good because she does look good. She looks
Yeah, yeah.
amazing with her hair. I just would prefer to have longer hair, and I,
Uh-huh.
I believe she's on that same boat
Does she
now.
regret it
And
already?
I think she's missing it a little bit. I think
Okay.
she wanted to cut it short because then she doesn't have to like every single morning get up, do her hair, like make it more manageable, which I get. I mean, that makes total sense. But I think at the same time, she regrets cutting it because now she can't do as much with it because then it'll look funny or something. So I'm like,
Yeah.
I told you so. Yes, I did.
Like it's coming back.
All right. Let's move on. Let's move on to another category, shall we? That
Yeah.
one looks dumb. Um, we're not work buddies. We're not kids technically, but we're gonna
What I'm
we're gonna do ones off of kids. All right.
nice.
Let's see. Text or talk to someone on the phone.
It depends. If I gotta send like a bulk text, I'm probably just gonna call.
Hmm.
But on the flip side, I don't love getting phone calls, you know?
Mm-hmm. I get
Like if
that.
it's more convenient to just shoot them a call because like you have a couple questions and you want a quick answer, like I understand that. But also if it's just like someone calls you out of the blue and then you like feel like you're stuck on the phone for forever, then it's like, oh, nice, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I get that. I think it all depends on the purpose of the situation, I guess. Because if it's
Yeah.
like you said, like if it's an important question, like I need an answer like right now, then yeah, I'm gonna shoot you a call because it'll just be easier. But if it's
Uh
like
huh.
hey, I'm just wondering, shoot him a text if it's not important.
Yeah.
So and it depends on the person. So
Depends on the person, the like reason for it, and also like the situation you're in, you know? Because if it's like,
mhm,
yeah, like if I'm driving somewhere and someone calls, absolutely, I'm gonna pick that up. I'm down to chat
yeah,
while I drive. As soon as I like
hmm
start pulling in wherever I'm trying to get, I'm like, all right, well, I gotta go.
text me.
Even if I'm just going, yeah, even if I'm
Yeah,
just going home, I don't have to hang up.
yeah, I get that. I get that. So I think I'm more inclined to call and answer a call from like family and close friends.
Uh huh.
Um, but then like everyone else, it's just a text, you know.
For sure.
So all right, let's see. Do they have any other good ones? Pie or cake?
Pie. Absolutely.
I'm gonna go
I don't love cake.
cake. I
Really?
like cake more than I like pie. I only like a couple pies.
Okay.
So, but
I'm like, I've
um,
been coming around to cake a little bit more. Growing up, did not care for it at all. It was always like
mm,
brownies at a birthday party, you know?
oh, brownies are good though. Brownies are good.
They are. Cheesecake
Yeah,
though,
cheesecake's pretty
game
good too.
over.
Yeah, the cake has to be the right cake though, because if it's too dry, it's not good. It's
Yeah.
got to be moist enough to where you can actually. My parents make a cake called poor man's cake. I think most people know. It's pretty much just a basic chocolate cake.
Okay.
I think I lost you again. Anyways, we're gonna keep going, everyone. It's a basic chocolate cake, and you sprinkle powdered sugar on top of it. And you eat it. Phenomenal, but it's way better like the next day when it's left out to dry a little bit.
Hmm.
So much better. So, but again, depends on the cake.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, this is a good one. This is a good one. Skinny French fries or thick cut wedges?
I don't,
Mm,
I'd prefer middle ground, but I'd go
mm,
thick cut if given the choice between those two.
yeah,
Like if
I
you're
think it
talking
kind
like
of
an In-N-Out fry or like a Freddy's
mm,
compared to like a Texas Roadhouse wedge, I'd take a wedge.
yeah, or like Red Robin.
Yeah.
I agree. Like the steak cut, thick cut, those are you can just they're just better because you can get more sauce on those suckers. And
Yeah.
I think though,
Sometimes you can go too far. If it's too much
true,
potato, that's too much,
true,
you know?
yeah, yeah, where you're pretty much just eating a potato and there's not like anything to it. You're eating like a
Yeah,
baked potato.
exactly.
Now, I think the skinny French fry works really well for fast food, and then like the thick cut needs to be in the more kind of casual, sit down, fancier restaurants. But I do think though that the middle ground and one of the most perfect fries ever is the McDonald's fry. When you get them fresh out of the fryer. I've had that a couple times where they're like, "Oh, by the way, these are hot, they're fresh," and I'm like, so much better. And you're sitting there burning your mouth while you eat them, but you let them
Uh
sit for too long, they are garbage. But
huh.
when they're
Yeah.
fresh,
Yo, I
they
heard
hit better than everything.
when you order them, ask for no salt. And then, like, at the window or whatever, just get some salt packets to throw on it. And then,
Mm-hmm.
because I think they salt all the fries as soon as they come up. So the
Yeah,
salt sticks. So if you order no salt, then you're guaranteed to get the fresh out of the fryer every time.
right. I've heard that too. Something like that. You gotta ask for something, whatever.
Yeah.
All right, let's hit a couple more of these for kids ones. Um, this is gonna be an easy one. I think I know your answer. Dogs or cats?
Dogs.
Dogs for sure.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, this is a good one. I stand on one side, but I know you have flipped between the two since Android or iPhone. I'm an iPhone guy. I've always been an iPhone guy. I'll always
Always
be an
have been.
iPhone guy. You used to be Android in high school and now have since come to the light side. So,
That's
as
true.
someone who has had experience in both realms, which would you prefer?
Listen, I always wanted the iPhone, but I wasn't the one buying my
Oh,
phone. You know,
okay. This is new
there are
information
some
from
perks.
the light.
There are some perks to an Android, but I think I'm an iPhone guy. I'm hooked on the
Let's
blue
go.
bubbles.
Let's
But
go. Let's go.
something that's got me reevaluating that. Have you seen the updates to the new Google Pixel, like the 8 or whatever?
A little bit.
It's crazy. Like on video, you can go and isolate the different sounds. So, like if you have wind going on in the background, you can go and turn down the wind and keep the rest of the audio. Like it'll isolate the
That's
different
cool.
tracks, like just on the
Hmm.
phone. And like if you take like 4 selfies with like a group of people, there's like a best face feature where it goes and like if
Hmm.
someone had their eyes closed or like you're sneezing,
Oh,
you
like
can go and pick
photoshops
the
it for
best
you?
smile. Yeah. It chooses the best smile out of each person. Or like you can go and choose it.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, Google's making Alexa had the Google back like the first gen, the Pixel,
Yeah, yeah.
and they've come a long way since then. I was like, I'm tempted. Never get the
Hmm.
first gen of any phone, but I I know they're
True.
gonna get
True.
somewhere with that. And now here they are.
Hmm. Yeah, no, I watch a lot of
But
Marquez
yeah, I
Brownlee,
think I'm still Apple.
and he's like one of the biggest, what would we call him, tech reviewers on YouTube. And so, like, when the new iPhone comes out, I'll usually watch to see, like, oh, is it worth it? Because he'll give, like, an honest review of it, and then he'll do, like, a side by side comparison of, like, Apple versus Android. Which one's better? Da, 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 da.
Hmm.
And Apple doesn't really seem to, because, like, Android phones seem to update really fast and all the time. There's always seems to be a new model of some Android phone out every few months. Whereas Apple,
Uh,
it's you have to wait. They drop in September every single year is the new, the new phone that comes out. And like Android's always constantly putting out new tech, new tech, new tech, and Apple's a little bit slower to it.
yeah.
And so he has a cool kind of like, I guess, side of it because he uses an Android and an iPhone every day, and so his insights are super super good. And someone asked him on a podcast like, "What would you take like, if you could build your perfect phone? What would it be?" And so he'll pick, oh, I want the camera from the iPhone. I want the operating system of this. I want the X from this. Da, 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 and he'll, something like that. Which I mean, I agree, but yeah, I don't think I'll ever leave iPhone or Apple.
Yeah.
They've got me hooked in the ecosystem because
Yeah. You got your
iPhone here.
AirPods, the
I got
watch.
my AirPods in. I'm using my MacBook. I've got an Apple Watch here. Like they've hooked me. I'm not leaving.
Exactly. And like the AirDrop and just like how you can switch
Yeah.
everything between devices
Uh-huh.
is so nice.
Yeah. The connectivity between not only just different iPhone users, but just all the devices together is just so good. Oh, I've got an iPad too. Forgot about that. I've got an iPad over there.
Yeah.
So,
No, but
but
Android plays nicer with like everyone else. Apple plays really good with itself, you know?
mhm, yeah. So that, and I've seen like if you want just basic user friendly, here's my phone, blah blah blah, you go iPhone. But if you're more of like I want customization, I want to be able to customize every itty bitty little thing of my whatever it is, then you go more Android stuff. But the
Uh-huh.
majority of people, I think, are just give me my phone. I don't really care about um, customization, and so that's why Apple is so big. It's more
Yeah.
user friendly.
Also,
So
there's an Apple app you can download that lets your phone run as an Android.
really,
Like all the apps look the same, even when you like turn off and unlock your phone.
right.
It'll open up as an Android, which is kind of wild.
Hmm. That's wild. Yeah, that is weird.
Yeah.
Interesting. All right. Let's hit, here we go. No, I'm just gonna scroll down to a random one. We'll hit a couple more, and here we go. We'll do travel ones. We'll finish off with some travel ones.
Yeah.
All right. Ooh. Travel for the rest of your life or never leave your home state again.
Can I travel like to and from home?
Mm, I don't know. I'm not really sure. Let's travel for the rest of your life or never leave your home state again. I would imagine that means you're constantly traveling. So we'll say you can't spend more than a week or two in the same place, maybe.
I think I'll travel.
Yeah.
How about you?
I think that I think that would be nice right now and for the next few years. But I think
Uh huh.
eventually I'll just be like, I don't want to keep traveling. Like, just
Yeah.
keep me in one spot
Uh
um,
huh.
for the
Also,
rest of your
Utah has a
life.
ton to offer.
Yeah, see, that's the other thing too. It's like we get everything. The only thing that we don't get is the ocean. But like you got Sand Hollow, so you got a beach per se. You know, you've got water activities. You got fishing, you've got camping, you've got hiking, you've got mountains, you've got desert, you've got snowboarding and skiing. So you've got winter sports, you've got plenty of summer sports, and you can do a lot of the summer sports in the winter in certain parts of Utah.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a tough one. That's a
And there's everything like Bear Lake.
mm-hmm.
What's the one down south? I'm trying to say Lake Powell.
Oh yeah.
Like you can go chill on the beach. You can go boating, kayak,
Mm-hmm.
paddleboard, all that jazz.
Mm-hmm. That's a tough one. I'd say probably for the hermit in me, which I know I'm going to be later in life, I'll say never leave your home state again, because there is so much to do in Utah, and yeah, it'd be tough though. Either one would be tough. Either one would be tough. But
Yeah.
all
I feel like
right.
I feel like the staying would suck more now, and the older you
Mhm.
got, it'd get easier. The traveling
Yeah,
would be awesome now, but the older you got, it'd get harder.
yeah. So that'd be tough.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Okay. All right. Here, I'll ask you this one because you have done this recently. Visit Italy or Greece. Now you did both in the same trip. So which
Ooh.
did you prefer?
Italy for sure.
That's how I
Honestly,
figured. The food, right? So the food
yo,
or something else?
all of it. Food for sure.
Really?
Don't get me
Okay.
wrong. The Euros
Mm-hmm.
in Greece, ooh,
Mm-hmm.
that was super
I
good.
bet.
And then it was like we spent one day up in Meteora, which was like monasteries up in the mountains. That was super sick. I crashed my
Mm-hmm.
drone there, still there.
Oh,
Rest in
rip.
peace. Yeah, wish I got that sim back. Um, and then or
Oh,
SD. Yeah, that sucked. But honestly, Athens, we saw everything there was to see in Athens within 24 hours.
really?
And like Rome, you could spend 3 days. Venice, three
Mm-hmm.
days. Florence, Naples, all of them, you could spend like a significant amount of time. So
Right.
like, yeah, and we only hit half of Italy, and the food was
Mm-hmm.
super good. Tons to
Yeah.
do, tons to see. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and Italian is at least a little bit closer to English than Greek is. So
Right. And Spanish too.
yeah,
Mm-hmm. No, I agree. I think Italy just the food because I prefer Italian food over Greek food. I've had Greek food and it's not my favorite. But I mean, you got pizza, you got pasta. What more can you want in your life? There's like
honestly,
Como, which is where Star Wars was filmed. I'll take it.
honestly, the best burger I've ever had, Naples, Italy.
Really
Yeah,
good to know.
it was like had a fat patty, pulled pork, like barbecue pork on top, sweet
Dang.
potato fries on there, and like all the fixins. It was heavy, but it was good. Holy,
Mm, that sounds phenomenal.
yeah.
All right.
Our
This is
last night
another
in
good one.
Naples, I was like, I need another one. And I ran out at like 2 in the morning, right before they closed, to go buy one more. I was like, I can't not. Best burger ever. You kidding? I gotta do one more.
Dude, that's awesome. That would be me.
Yeah.
All right, this is another good one. Travel for 5 years in an RV or travel for 5 years in a sailboat. Hmm. See, now the RV kind of keeps you on one side of the world, right? Because technically you can drive from the top of North America to the bottom of South America.
Which, if I'm
But
traveling
a
for five
sailboat,
years, I'm a do.
yeah, but a sailboat takes you all over the world, but you really only hit the coast cities or port cities.
Yeah.
But then the RV, it's like you can hit all of America, or I guess you could technically start in Europe, but then again, you're not hitting England. You're hitting, which is fine. Who cares about England, anyways?
Yeah.
But you start in like Portugal, go through Spain, France, and you can go all over there, and then you can get to the rest of the world. You can get down into Africa. You
Africa,
can go over into
Asia.
Asia and stuff.
Yeah.
Or you just do the Americas and stuff.
Okay.
I'm gonna take an RV because I think for the first couple of years, the sailboat, I would get sick.
Uh huh.
So that and ooh, if you didn't have a big enough sailboat, trying to go from one side of the world to the other would be tough. You could go along the coast probably, but the second you get out further into open water, if you get hit with a storm, unless you've got a big old sailboat, you're donezo.
You getting wrecked.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, I think I'd take RV too. Um,
Mm-hmm.
you just get to see more. There's less risk to it, I feel like.
Yeah.
And I'm also assuming I'm traveling with Kara and she gets ridiculously seasick. So,
Ooh. Yeah. And if
not
she
in the
doesn't like the
mood.
ocean, if she doesn't like the ocean too. All right.
Yo, so
Um,
would you choose to go through the Americas or the rest of the world?
I'll go through the Americas.
Okay.
So because like there are so many things to do. Like there's a lot of things to do in Europe, and it'd be super cool.
Uh-huh.
But I think eventually I'd be like, I just want to be surrounded by other English speakers. Granted, a lot of European countries speak English, or some
Uh-huh.
people do, but it's like I'm for sure gonna get that if I'm in America or Canada.
Yeah.
Down in like if you go into Mexico and obviously if you get into South America, you ain't gonna get that. You might get it in
Uh-huh.
certain parts of Mexico along like the coast and like the touristy spots, but the
Yeah,
second you get to
touristy
America,
areas.
everyone's speaking English. So then you
Okay.
can hit home too. It's like I can swing by home for however long and then
For
keep
the
going and
holidays,
whatnot.
whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. Plus, I want to do a road trip around America. I think that'd be fun. Try and hit
Yeah.
like all the national parks and stuff.
That'd be
So,
sick.
mm, all right. Let's see. We'll hit one more. Oh, let's make it a good one. Let's make it a good one. Okay, here we go. No, that's a bad one. I don't like that one. Oh, I should have prepared better. I'm so sorry, everyone. Oh my gosh, why is this so hard? Here we go. We'll end on this one. Go without your car or the internet for a month.
Internet.
Hmm, that's a tough one.
I feel like you're already low key talking about going without your car. Pick up like an
Yeah,
e-bike or something.
yeah.
I feel like that almost would be the end of the world for you.
Going without my car?
Yeah.
Nah, I don't think so. Because
Like if you don't have any trips or anything planned.
that's true. It's only for a month, though. For a month,
Yeah.
maybe the internet would be a better option. See, now I guess the question though is everything related to the internet. So that means no streaming, music, books, movies, TV. no social media, obviously no
Uh,
access to like the internet, like looking up whatever,
yeah,
no
Google and
YouTube, no
stuff.
nothing. Hmm.
I think
Yeah,
you
I'll go
can
internet. I'm
download.
gonna.
You'd
Mhm.
keep the internet.
No, I'm saying get rid of the internet.
Okay. I think
The only
if
the
you
only thing
have,
is I need it for work.
yeah,
So
if you download a playlist, you can listen to music, so you can't be listening to new music, but download the
mhm,
stuff that checks out because you can do that
true.
offline, and
I guess
then
I
movies
guess
on
we think
DVD,
about it from right
but no
now.
streaming.
From right now. Yeah. So like from right now, internet goes off or car goes bye bye. I think yeah, internet goes off.
Yep,
So
that's where
because
I'm
I've
at.
got a ton of music downloaded, I've got movies. My parents have 1,000 movies. Um, I still have video games, so I still have my camera. I don't need internet to edit.
Yep.
So the only downside would be not having YouTube because I'm addicted. I'll admit it. I'm addicted to YouTube. And not being able to look up like recipes or how to do something like cooking, like how do I do this for cooking or like how do I do fill in the blank. So,
Yeah.
I mean, not having access to the internet would be great because oh, no more work. Oh darn, sorry
Uh
guys.
huh.
But yeah,
And honestly, with the how to is like you could call somebody if you're trying to cook. You're like, "Hey,
true,
mom, how do I make this?"
true, true. I guess I got my uncle. I always call my uncle.
Yeah.
So,
Little Joe.
all right, fair point. Fair point.
Yeah.
All right,
All right, that was a good one.
yeah, that was a great one to end on. That was a great one to end on. Anyways, thank you all for listening. Hope you enjoyed today's episode. Why don't you go through and you let us know, play along with us, go back to the beginning, rewatch this, play along with us, let us know you're this or that, or if you want to ask us or this or that, let us know. Anyways, hit the bell, subscribe, comment below what you like, what you didn't like. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Doses.